Dear students, today's video is on writing. On Saturdays, I make videos on essays. To see the essays that I did earlier, you can visit my channel Excellence the Ideal Class or my Facebook or Instagram page. Now coming to today's video, let us see the question that we have got for today. Some people say that government should support professional sports and cultural events. Others say that they should support schools to encourage children to do sports and art. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Whenever you get a question of this type, first of all you should decide your opinion. Like my opinion is that government should support these things at both levels. In IELTS you write your essays in 250 to 270 words, in 4 to 6 paragraphs and in around 40 minutes. In the first paragraph, you write the introduction with the background and the thesis statement. In the middle paragraphs, you write your main ideas and then the conclusion. In the introduction, in the background statement, you have to introduce the topic. In the thesis statement, what you are going to write about the essay, it depends on the question. Like here, the examiner has asked you to give your opinion. Now, let us see the introduction that I have written for this essay. There is a difference in the thinking of the people that whether professional sports and cultural events or schools ought to get government support to encourage children to participate in them. This is the background statement. In my opinion, both need to be supported by the government. The word ought to means should. Now you can take some time to read this paragraph. See the points I have put, the language I have used. Try to learn it, so that next time when you write similar things, you write in correct English, but please don't cram without understanding. And it is very important to give your opinion very clearly. Now let us see the next paragraph. To begin with the first view, there is improvement, development, better training, advanced infrastructure, facilities which is required for the players to excel in sports if government support is there, which helps the sports field of a country to grow, especially when it comes to winning international level events. This also encourages people who have the talent for sports to choose them as a career. Infrastructure means the basic facilities. Excel means to perform very well. Now you can take some time to read this paragraph, see the points I have put, the language I have used, try to learn it, but please don't cram. And students also learn to do this, to write more using less words, because sometimes there are a lot of things you have to write. Like when government support is there, players get facilities, training, there is research in sports, so there is development or improvement, better performance at international level. So there were so many things which I had to write. So you can see the way I have written them. More things but in less words, so that there is clarity and no confusion, but your points are also complete. In the last line, instead of talent, you can also write aptitude, which means natural talent for something if you know the meaning of that word. Now next point. Secondly, it is also important for governments to organize cultural events to keep their traditional arts and skills alive, which are an essential part of their heritage and a source of earning for many people. In fact, without their support, many of them would disappear. Thirdly, they also generate revenue for governments since a number of people come to watch them. If they happen to be international level events, it gives high standing to these nations. Heritage means important things passed from previous generations. And high standing means a high status. Revenue means income of the government from taxes or other things. Now you can take some time to read this paragraph, see the points I have put, the language I have used. So earlier I wrote why supporting sports is important. Then I have written why supporting arts and cultural events is important. And then another benefit that is for both arts and sports. Instead of earning, you can also write livelihood, which also means the same thing. And when you are writing a two-view essay in which you say this thing should also be there, this thing should also be there, you can simply start when you are talking about the first view to begin with the first view, and when you are talking about the second view with regard to the second view. So let us see the paragraph. With regard to the second view, encouraging children to develop interest in sports and arts is also essential because of their role in overall growth of the children, and to learn all those things that art and sports teach them. For example, discipline, to have a healthy lifestyle. Art fulfills the aesthetic need of children, develops sensitivity, but many schools sometimes ignore them. However, with government funding, they will focus on them also. It will also help provide right training to children who have potential to be great players and artists from a young age. The word aesthetic means concerned with beauty and its understanding. Aesthetic need means like we have got physical needs, we feel hungry, we want to sleep. Similarly, we have aesthetic needs. We feel happy when we get to see something beautiful, when we get to listen to a beautiful song. So art fulfills the aesthetic need of the people. Instead of fulfill, you can also write cater to the aesthetic needs. And instead of focus, you can also write emphasize. Now you can take some time to read this paragraph, see the points I have put, the language I have used. In the third line, in place of essential, you can write imperative also, which means necessary to be done. And when you are writing, you should try to write all the related points so that your essay looks complete to the examiner. So here I have written everything. Arts and sports help in the overall growth. They teach so many good things to the students. And also some people have the potential to be players and artists. They get right training. Conclusion. Eventually, arts and sports must be supported at both levels, for which governments should allocate required amount of money to both. The word allocate means to give time, money, etc. that is required for a particular work. And your conclusion should always match the thesis statement. Now you can take some time to read it, see the points I have put, the language I have used. Dear students, there is lot of planning and thinking that goes into writing an IELTS essay, so that there is sense and connectivity in the points that you write. Whatever points you write, they should be directly answering your question. They should be making sense. And then a lot of planning and thinking goes into while you are writing also, so that there is sense and connectivity in your language. Your words are connected to each other, your sentences are connected to each other, so that there is sense and connectivity, because only then there is going to be clarity and meaning. And in case you want to prepare well for the exam, you can join my class. I have given my contact number at the beginning. You can also subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.